going. So first of all, thanks Ashish and team for giving me opportunity to speak with all our fellow restaurateurs this evening. I understand from Ashish and everyone in the team is that the past mixer events of such kind have been a great rewarding experience for all the restaurateurs to come on one platform, share ideas, discuss problems, inspire and get inspired. Moving on to central theme of my talk, I wanted to coin some which can become a everyone, and therefore this is what I will be building on in next 12 minutes. 3 P's and 3 C's. But before I start on that, I think third day when our country faced nationwide lockdown due to this pandemic. This was followed by extended lockdowns, state level lockdowns, city level lockdowns, district taking their calls and so on and so forth. And restaurant industry, we all know, has been most hurt because of this. We now have entered into Unlock 4.0 and we need to see how things are going to pave ahead for us. But I think Ashish had shared good data points already. I also do have some data points which will prove that there is a silver lining for all of us. We all would have attended more than 100 webinars or virtual events by now. And this is where experts have shared with us that the economy will be recovering with V-shape or U-shape or W-shape. And now the discussion goes on that it might be ending up becoming K-shaped recovery. While one can go back to definitions of all this, what we all know is that this crisis are humanitarian crisis and it is coupled with economic crisis. This is something which none of us across the world have seen it in the last 100 years. And therefore, every day is a new day for us. While the demand is building up, one is saying, is it a pent-up demand or it is stable demand? This is what time will tell. But I will certainly share my views about it. Let me quickly now steer our discussion on restaurant industry, or what we all also call it as food services market of India. Ever since I accidentally pivoted towards hospitality business, and this was in the year 2008, which means around 12 years by now, I've been fortunate to get opportunity to work on all kinds of formats under the roof, which is what Nikunj also kind of ended up speaking. But if I have to name few brands just to bring some color and glamour to the conversation, I've been part of working for a thali concept called Rajdhani, or to name the few Michelin-starred restaurants from London, Hakkasan and Yavacha, which we all know is the finest chain of luxury dining restaurants in the world, or fast food chains, coffee chains, donut chains, or food desert chains. And I have been amid working with either operators or I have run certain operations by myself of some of these concepts. So, what this has led to is what I call it as most indulging working experience of mine over last 12 years. And I call this as most indulging is because I got the opportunity to spend time with our fellow restaurateurs. Over this time, consistently, there is 3 things in common which I have observed. And this is where I will bring 3 P's. And these are the behavioral attributes of all our fellow restaurateurs. And I call this 3 P's as passion, patience, and perseverance. These 3 P's are different from what we call in marketing as 4 P's or 7 P's, but by the way, even those need these 3 P's. So coming back to passion, perseverance, and patience, this all to my mind automatically leads to resilience. Now, resilience is the buzzword which is being used, I think, trillion or more than those times across the globe, if we put a search on that word through the big data. And resilience builds the capacity to recover quickly from crisis and return to pre-crisis status. And we, as the optimist animal on this planet, really want to go back soon, and that's what we all aspire for. So I'm confident that by now we all have adapted to these crises, and I call these crises as exogenous shock. And we all have already got the fighting spirit as our core instinct to survive through it. Having covered 3 P's, I will now quickly move on to 3 C's. And 3 C's I've coined as consumer, company, and cash. If I have to tell in brief about each one of them before I unpack them, consumer, when I say, what comes to my mind is, in these times, generating demand by accounting for changed consumer behavior. And we will talk a lot about it while I double click on the first C. Moving on to second C, which stands for company. Here, what I say is we need to watch or monitor unit economics like a hawk. And then third one, which is not actually the least one, it's the most important one, is the cash. Maintaining liquidity to survive through these uncertain times. So let me quickly deep dive and unpack each of these 3 C's for all of us. The first one is on consumer. The biggest shift we have been seeing is the move from physical to digital, or from offline to online. And a similar change in consumer behavior otherwise would have taken years. Here, this change has happened in the matter of months. This accelerated change has led to online penetration growth of 4.5%, considering all the sectors, in last 6 months. And if you track this same parameter back to 3 years, that is 2016 to 2019, it was just 3%. So 3% in 3 years versus 4.5% in 6 months. The key trends, therefore, we are seeing is that businesses which quickly embrace changes in consumer behavior and have quickly pivoted their offerings are seeing faster recovery. Now, we all know that delivery through marketplace, that is Swiggy, Zomato, and the like, or through our own direct-to-consumer platforms has increased. And therefore, in QSR industry, one is seeing the recovery creeping up by every day. I would say it is in the range of 55% to 75% from last year. However, this recovery rate, what we see is much faster than what one was envisaging. And I see it as a stable recovery rate and not as a pent-up demand. Moving on to some other key trends which are gaining great traction, and that's where again one has seen the volume moving up. One of them is bottling up the signature sauces, paste, dips, spreads, or other proprietary mixes which restaurants were known for, and delivering them to the consumer. Now, what does it do is, as a byproduct, it leads to a great customer connect, make that connect alive to all the regular customers. But on the other side, there's one caution which is very important to be placed, is that one has to be extremely agile in building this supply chain with better shelf life. This is to meet the need of economies of scale and actually have this demand building and sustaining for long. The other trends which we all are seeing are gourmet food deliveries, dedicated do-it-yourself kits, and ready to eat. Now, it would be wrong on my part if I do not mention the accelerated growth of certain business models, which we all have seen and we all keep talking about. And I'm aware that our esteemed speakers are going to be talk in detail about it, is cloud kitchen and home chefs. So given the time constraint, and I have few more minutes left, let me quickly move on to second C and third C, which is company and cash. So, in order to coin this term, one says company as a term, it's something which is not intentional, but it is something where I connect it back, and therefore I want to draw everybody's attention to what we need to internally work upon in terms of right sizing the unit economics, in terms of recutting the P&L, in terms of redirecting some of the existing resources to make them build their capabilities, which are aligned to changed consumer need and behavior. Having worked with companies in various sectors besides food and beverage, over last, I would say 6 months, I can share with you my experience that this is not the difficult one, and I'm sure most of you would have gone through this phase, would agree with me, is that unless we are disciplined and we plan ahead of time to right size the cost, it will lead to survival issues. So I would end talking about second C, that is company, by putting a very important caution. Considering that the current uncertainty will not be the easy one to wither away, one should not sit on couch and think that everything will be back to normal or new normal or what that new normal will be. And therefore, any planning which is without execution can become a big hallucination. And I say this out of my experience, where only execution after you know what trends are working will count to succeed. And I'm seeing that a lot more efforts are required given the headwinds to recover and succeed. With this, let me move on to third C. Third C is obviously the most important one, which is cash. And by cash, I mean maintaining liquidity. Liquidity in the business, by right sizing the business, which we spoke about under second C. Smart supplier credit financing, which of course comes with no interest rate. And one needs to sift into various vendors and decide who would be able to support us, whom we supported at some point in time. And not really be very, very leveraged through debt. I think that's not something which I am, very good proponent of to tide this uncertain wave. In terms of how many months of liquidity one should shore up, I would say it would be 9 to 12 months from here on, would be a good bet. But look, it is being said, and our CIO, Mr. Atul Kapoor, I've heard him saying several times that plans are useless, but planning is invaluable. So keep planning yourself again and again as you keep coming closer to the next month, because that will give you a lot of insights of what experiments you should run, what experiments you should stop, and how you should move forward. So to summarize and end my talk, I would again take everyone back to 3 Ps, which is in terms of behavioral attributes, which all our restaurateurs possess and have demonstrated, which is passion, patience, and perseverance. And 3 Cs, which is in the form of pivots, building internal capabilities, unit economics, liquidity, execution, which is in the form of consumer, company, and cash. So with 3 Ps and 3 Cs, I have been already witnessing silver lining in this economic storm as far as our industry is concerned. And I think Ashish has already shared the numbers where there is a evidence which is clearly coming out. So towards the end, I must say that Ashish and team has organized excellent lineup of session with Viraja, Pravesh, Ramya, Deepak, Samrat, Ashwin. So please stay tuned for the upcoming topics, which are quite interesting. One on the comeback of restaurants, financial planning for restaurants, minimizing overheads, which is what we spoke about, unit economics. And the most important and fancy thing these days everyone is looking into is cloud kitchen as the business opportunity. So with this, I would like to sign off. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for those inspiring words. I'd also like to add one more P, which I felt during the talk, that having a positive attitude towards everything is extremely critical from whatever you mentioned, and it's great motivation to hear you and hear your thoughts. We do understand that you are running short on time, but yeah, Ashish, you want to say something?
So I will also take the liberty to jump.
Yeah, please.
Nitin, great talk. I think my pen was on. I made a lot of notes, and I'm going to also come back to you later on. Some of the things which are very interesting, and especially the K-shaped recovery. I was actually Googling. I don't know how many of the attendees are doing so. I'm sure all of us have learned something interesting now. Although that K-shape looks very, very, it's really scary. But Nitin, thanks. This was superb. This is really, really dense, and thanks for this great talk. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.